One of my favorite things about the RihaSense Pause is how easy it is to take on and off. It literally takes seconds. So on a beautiful day like this, I don't have to compromise. I can go for a bike ride and I can easily go for a stroll whenever I want. This is my review and my personal experience using the RihaSense Pause. Let's talk about it. Here's a closer look at how easy it is to attach. You dock, secure the clamps, and from there, press the button to raise the casters, and then it locks in, undo the wheelchair brakes, and off you go, in literally a matter of seconds. The quad version is extremely innovative and inclusive. It's designed for people without hand and finger dexterity. A rider simply needs to dock up to it, press the button, and it'll automatically and securely clamp the Pause to the wheelchair frame and raise the casters. Here's a quick rundown of the buttons on the Tourer. This is the raise and lower, which is for when you want to attach or detach. This is the emergency brake, which you hold. It's always good to have an emergency brake in case something happens. This is the forward gear, and this is the reverse. This button here doesn't do anything on the version that I have. It's for the quad version. This is for the horn. This is the display. It's quite impressive. It's vibrant even in the daytime. This is the gear up, the gear down. This is the power mode. This is for the lights. It's got two different versions, the lower strength and the higher strength. This here is for the traction control, on and off. This switch is for the walk mode, and this is for cruise control. Now, let me show you what some of these features look like. The Pause has a really cool feature called the walk mode. The walk mode allows you to activate it, and it'll engage the motor at a speed that you set it at, which makes it really easy to take a stroll with somebody. Let's see how it works. So I've set it at 2 kilometers an hour, which is not fast at all. And since it's self-leveling steering, it makes it easy to talk to someone when you're on a familiar trail or when you're on a sidewalk. You can just talk without having to worry about activating the buttons. I really like this mode, and I use it quite often. The RihaSense Pause has a really good light. It's excellent for visibility. All you gotta do is press and hold, let go, and there's two strengths, the lower strength and more of a high beam strength. This is really good for visibility and makes it a lot safer to ride at night, on the trails, or on sidewalks. I found the traction control to be an excellent feature. Essentially, the traction control function lowers the wheel speed at starting and increases the low RPM torque to minimize wheel spin. This is a steep incline I have not been able to do on any other front power attachment I've used, but with the Pause, it was easy breezy. Another advantage to having traction control as well as a large 20-inch wheel size that comes with the Tourer is that it makes it a lot easier to get over rugged terrain like this. I've taken the Pause on all sorts of rugged terrain, including uneven ground, ground that's covered with water and the elements, and even gravel. The stands in the Pause Tourer have their pros and their cons. One con I found is that in elevators, sometimes it can get caught in the door. Not every time, you get used to it. And the pros are quite a bit. Not only does it make it easy to dock, but you can also easily move the device around because it is pretty hefty. So I can easily move it around my apartment. On these kind of front attachments, the battery is really important, not only in the range that it can provide, but also in how easy it is to charge and how you can charge it. So with the Pause Tourer, there's a key, and the only purpose this key serves is to secure the battery. So the battery is taken off really easily, and it's very, very light. There's also a protection here against the elements, the cover. So in order to charge it, there's a proprietary wire. All you've got to do is line it up, pop it in, secure it, and you're good to go. Another thing I really like about the Pause Tourer is that the charger itself is really small, very lightweight. So it fits in my bag very nicely, which means I can go out on a trail, I can go out on the town, and I can put the charger in my bag and top up whenever I want. This is huge, especially in comparison to the other front wheel attachments that I've tried, which have very big chargers and very heavy chargers. So that's a big win for the Pause Tourer. My favorite ritual this summer was to take my building elevator down to the TTC, take the TTC elevator down to the subway, then ride to Union Station, and suddenly find myself at some of the best trails that the city has to offer. This is the Martin Goodman Trail. Did you know it's completely accessible? It was recently mapped through Trans-Canada Trails Accessibility Mapping Program, which works with trail users with disabilities to collect and share information through Access Now. To conclude, my experience with the ReAscent's Pause has been amazing. It's the most feature-packed front drive attachment for a wheelchair. I didn't experience too many negative points, but the cons include price. The Pause starts at 8,000 Canadian dollars, which may be out of reach for some people. However, there is a new entry-level version called the Eco Assist, which starts at $5,000. Also, the horn. I find the sound of the horn to be annoying beep and not very horn-like. When I would ring the horn, people often wouldn't move because it was just a beeping sound that could be from anything. I'd like to see a way to customize the horn, maybe with a traditional bell sound. With that said, there's so much to like about the Pause. It's got an excellent battery range at 32 kilometers per battery, an insanely fast maximum speed of 40 kilometers an hour, quick charge that takes just 3 hours, very easy to attach and detach, self-leveling steering that feels great, the display is vibrant, and there's many awesome quality of life features like traction control, walk mode, and cruise control. I highly recommend trying it out.